Yes. So yesterday we began to explain about this mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We were explaining how Srila Prabhupada has explained this mission in 4 phases or 4 movements. Yes, and so part of this mission, then we should somehow be connected with these 4 movements or 4 phases of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. Yes. So yesterday we identified, we can refresh our memory. Yesterday we spoke about the first of the 4 movements, which is called Sankirtan movement. What are the 2 main activities in the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? You can raise your hand if you know. 2 activities, most important. One is the chanting of the holy name, as very nicely demonstrated by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself 500 years ago. And in the same way, our founder, Acharya Srila Prabhupada, also introduced the chanting of the holy name in the Western world. And every day, wherever we are also continuing this chanting of the holy name. Golokera Krebadhana Harinam Sankirtan. This chanting of the holy name, Harinam, is not from this material world. So the more we take up to the chanting of the holy name, the more we distribute transcendental literatures, we become more and more connected with Lord Krishna. Actually, every single day on the planet, it is happening every single day. There are hundreds of devotees who are chanting the holy name. And there are hundreds of devotees who are distributing books also. So in this way, there's a whole purification taking place. With modern technology today, practically every moment or every minute of the day we can connect and hear some kirtan or hear some lecture from devotees. So already we spoke about this yesterday. So this evening, just briefly, we will explain about the second movement. What is the second movement? Huh? Yes, temple worship movement.
So,
just like the Goswamis of Vrindavan, by their preaching activities, they inspired some very to build wonderful temples in Vrindavan.
So,
and where we have wonderful deities, where every single day hundreds, thousands of devotees they go from one temple to another temple in Vrindavan simply to have darshan and worship the Lord. So, yes, Srila Narada Muni, he explains that for householders, grihasthas, the first of 5 activities is to actually daily worship the deity form of the Lord in the temple. Yes, as instructed by Narada Muni. Narada Muni is one of the 12 Mahajans, a great authority. So, Srila Prabhupada, by going to the Western countries, he established in his lifetime over 100 temples in so many different countries. Yes. So it is not possible for everyone to establish big temples, but Srila Prabhupada and our acharyas, they explain that we can, in our own home, isn't it? We can have a small altar and we can establish at least the deity of Shri Shri Gaur Nitai. Yes. So wherever there is a temple, wherever there are activities of bhakti, of devotional service, that place is no longer ordinary material place. That place becomes like a spiritual oasis like in the desert, a place where people can come to drink water, to take some rest. So each temple in our home that we establish, that becomes like a spiritual bubble, spiritual oasis in that village or in that area. And in this way, the members of the family, mother, father, children, they can all be nicely engaged at least for half an hour or 1 hour, possibly more sometimes, in making different arrangements to worship the Lord. We were reading, I believe yesterday, in one purport of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada was telling, I was very fortunate in my family. I was born in the family of Vaishnava. Yes, and when I was a very young child, there was a temple very close to our house that I used to visit every day.
তো প্রভুপাদ যখন বাল্য অবস্থায় বড় হয়েছে তখন তার খুব কাছেই মন্দির ছিল নিত্য তিনি দর্শন করতে যেতেন ছোটবেলা।
So every day he was maybe 4 or 5 years old, very young. By visiting this temple, then he got the inspiration that I want to do also. So he asked his father, please get me some deities. I want to also worship Radha Govinda.
তো 4-5 বছর বয়সে প্রভুপাদ নিয়মিত পাঁচশোর মধ্যে যেতেন, আসলে সবকিছু দেখতেন ভিডিও আলোচনা শুনতে থেকে তার মনে এই বাসনা চেতনা জাগ্রত হয়েছিল, আমি ভগবানের পূজা আরাধনা করবো। বাবাকে তিনি বায়না করেছেন আমাকে বিগ্রহ কিনে দাও, বিগ্রহ ভগবানের স্মৃতি এনে দাও।
So every day as a young boy, along with his sister, Srila Prabhupada, who was, Aboy Sarang, he was worshipping, he was playing, imitating the activities of the Brahmana in the temple.
তো এই মধ্যে যে যেদিন ছিলেন ব্রাহ্মণ পূজা অর্চনা দেখে বাড়িতে এসে পূজা অর্চনা করা অনুধাবন করতেন, এই যে পূজারী কাজগুলি করতেন বেরিয়েছে।
And when Rath Yatra came around, Srila Prabhupada requested his father, I want to celebrate Rath Yatra festival. Yes, and so his father arranged for a kind of a toy Rath Yatra. We still see actually in Kolkata during Rath Yatra time, in some local different parts of Calcutta, they have a small procession of Lord Jagannath. So what Srila Prabhupada was practicing as a young boy, then this actually became a reality on a very wide scale, on a global scale, because then, as we know, Srila Prabhupada introduced Rath Yatra festival in San Francisco and established so many temples of Radha Govinda and Radha Krishna all over the world. Yes. So all of us, we can, in this way, introduce every householder especially, should know that this is most important activity that is meant to be performed in the early part of the day, in the morning. Yes, this is the kind of lifestyle that we want to introduce. This is the lifestyle we want to inspire people to follow. Important for our young generation, for our young children, so that from very early age they get this very nice understanding, very nice impression in their mind. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada, he introduced, after many, many years of staying in India, preaching in different ways, when he went to the Western countries, within a short time, he established his first temple in New York City. Yes, Prabhupada would explain that people, they need a place where they can come to see, to have darshan of who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
ভগবানকে কে তাকে দর্শন করতে পারে।
Yes. And we see in a place like Vrindavan, even to this day, hundreds and thousands of people every year, especially during Kartik, they go to Vrindavan, and on a daily basis, that's all they do. They just go from one temple to another temple, take darshan of the Lord, and seek the blessings of the Lord.
তো বৃন্দাবনে আমাদের হাজার হাজার ব্যক্তি বিশেষ করে কার্তিক মাসে যারা যান সুন্দর এক মিনিট আগে সারাদিন কত দর্শন করতে পারেন শুধুমাত্র ভগবান দর্শনের
So that is the second phase, isn't it? After introducing the holy name, after distributing transcendental literatures, then naturally people will want to come together, and that place should be a temple where they can associate, have darshan of the Lord, take prasadam, and in this way advance in Krishna consciousness.
এই চারটি ভাবে দ্বিতীয়টি হচ্ছে মন্দির এবং ভগবানের দর্শন। এখানে আমরা গিয়ে একটু হতে পারি এবং এই মাতাদের প্রভাবিত হতে পারি ভগবানের দর্শন লাভ করতে এভাবে তারা কৃষ্ণ ভাবনাতে আধ্যাত্মিক অনুভূতি লাভ করতে পারে।
I want to ask a quick question. How many devotees here how many householders have deities in their home, Gornitai?
আমি একটি প্রশ্ন জিজ্ঞাসা করতে আপনাদেরকে এখানে আপনারা সংসারী ব্যক্তিরা আছেন গৃহস্থ তাদের কার বাড়িতে গৌরীতার বিগ্রহ বা মূর্তি আছে आप इसका जवाब घर में गौरीताई का विग्रह है जो सेवा करते हैं गौरीताई
Okay, yes.
गौरीताई विग्रह करते हैं
So Srila Prabhupada very nicely explained how, especially for householders, anyone who's chanting the holy name and associating with devotees, vegetarian, they can have Gornitai deities in their home.
তো যারা হরিনাম করছেন নিরামিষ আহার করছেন ভক্তসঙ্গ করছেন তারা বাড়িতে গৌরীতাই বিগ্রহ রাখতে পারেন।
Yes, and this is especially, as we mentioned earlier in the example of Srila Prabhupada, to give nice example to the young children so that they grow up in that nice understanding, the proper consciousness.
এগুলো বাড়িতে গৌরীতাই আরাধনা হলে সব বাচ্চারা সেই পরিবারের শিশুরা সাথে দেখবে এবং তারাও এই সংস্কৃতি নিয়ে ভাবনা নিয়ে তাদের বড় হবে তাদের পরবর্তীকালে।
Yes, and of course, he formulated seven purposes for establishing his International Society for Krishna Consciousness.
প্রভুপাদ সাতটি উদ্দেশ্য নিয়ে সাতটি উদ্দেশ্য আছে সেগুলো নিয়ে প্রভুপাদ ইসকন সংস্থা স্থাপনা করেছেন।
And amongst one of those seven purposes, one was to establish a very magnificent temple where people from all over the world could come to worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
তো এই সাতটি উদ্দেশ্যের মধ্যে একটি উদ্দেশ্য হলো বড় বড় সুন্দর সুন্দর মন্দির নির্মাণ করা যেখানে লোকেরা আকৃষ্ট হয়ে আসবেন এবং সৎসঙ্গ করবেন এবং আধ্যাত্মিক উন্নতি লাভ করবেন।
And this morning when we were visiting Godrun Dweep, the residence of Srila Bhakti Raghava Swami, those who had the chance to visit the room, Bhakti Raghava Swami was on the second floor, and from his desk, he had one desk where he would work every day, he could see across the Jalangi. And he had this, one night, he had this vision of what is called Adbhut Mandir. This was like 100 years before it would actually become manifest.
তো আজকে আমরা যে ভক্তসঙ্গে গিয়ে গেছিলাম সেখানে তিনি সেকেন্ড ফ্লোর দ্বিতীয় তলায় তার গৃহ আছে এবং সেখানে বসে তার টেবিল আছে সেখানে তিনি বিভিন্ন লেখালেখি কাজগুলি সম্পাদন করতেন। তখন তিনি এখানে বসে আগামী দিনে ভবিষ্যতে দেখতে পাচ্ছেন।
And Adbhut Mandir, this very magnificent, this very big, very attractive temple would actually be filled with devotees from different countries around the world, all together taking up the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and chanting the holy name.
ভক্তরা এসে দুনিয়া সব জায়গা থেকে বিভিন্ন এলাকা থেকে এসে তারা একসাথে সবাই মিলে মহাপ্রভুর নাম সংকীর্তন করবেন।
So all of us are very, very fortunate. We are part of this mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We are here in that very special place called Sri Ram Mayapur, where this vision of our great Acharya is actually becoming manifest more and more. So actually we have two other topics that we will, well, tomorrow after the afternoon session, is there going to be an evening session here or what? Huh?
We're having the whole thing tomorrow.
Huh?
We're having the whole session tomorrow there. There's no program in the evening.
Okay, yeah. So then how I will present my third and fourth?
Tomorrow is initiation day. The topic itself and activity.
It will be the third one and the fourth.
Third is tomorrow. Day of tomorrow we have the program.
Okay, day after tomorrow will be here. Okay. Okay, just for clear. Yes. Thank
2
you.
days.
Okay. Yes. So tomorrow we are having a special program at what is called Nandigram. I think many devotees will be going there for the first time tomorrow. Nandigram, you will all get proper directions how to go there, and that's where we will have initiation ceremony, and you can see one project which is trying to help manifest and materialize. Huh? I'm saying tomorrow we are going to Nandigram. Nandigram, that is the program tomorrow. The whole day tomorrow. So therefore, topic number 3 will not be tomorrow night. It will be at the program, yeah, during the initiation ceremony.
তো কালকে হচ্ছে খুব বিশেষ দিন, কালকে আমাদের অনুষ্ঠান একটা নন্দীগ্রাম আছে, কালকে সবাই যাবেন, এখানে বিশেষ অনুষ্ঠান দীক্ষানুষ্ঠান আছে এবং পরবর্তী টপিক সেখানে।
Yes. And then the last topic will be Sadhu Sangha retreat, yeah, 26th.
26 তারিখে যে অন্তিম দিবস, এই সৎসঙ্গ দিবসের সৎসঙ্গের অন্তিম দিবস দিন, সেদিনকে সমাপনী অনুষ্ঠান হবে।
Yes. So I want to take actually this evening. The program will not be as long as yesterday. I have to go back to to the ashram, so we can take a few minutes to understand more clearly, or if there's any question on the part of devotees regarding this vision of Srila Prabhupada, and specifically regarding the second movement, which is to establish temples, places of worship, either in a big way or in a small way within our respective homes.
তো আমরা প্রশ্ন থাকলে জিজ্ঞাসা করতে পারি, আমরা কি বুঝলেন দ্বিতীয় যে খ্যাতি মুভমেন্টের দ্বিতীয়টি, মন্দির স্থাপনা, যেখানে সবাই একত্রিত হয়ে ভগবানের সান্নিধ্য লাভ করতে পারে এবং বিগ্রহ আরাধনা করতে পারে, অথবা গৃহে ভগবানের বিগ্রহ রেখে বিগ্রহ আরাধনা করতে পারে, ভাই মন্দিরে রেখে। এই বিষয়ে তাদের বিষয় ছিল।
I think Sri Ram Prabhu might already have a few questions lined up. Yes. questions that he formulated during or maybe even before. He is also having some vision.
These questions are actually left over from yesterday, which are related to this today's topic.
Question?
Related to today's topic.
Okay.
One of the questions is that some of our family members never become devotees.
Families?
Family members, they don't become devotees
Okay.
after a long time.
Yes.
How do we handle it?
Yes, yes.
And the take care of deities at home.
Right.
Gaunita.
Correct. Yeah, good. Yes, yes. Yeah.
তো অনেক সময় আমরা দেখি ভক্তদের পরিবারের সব সদস্য ভক্ত হয় না, নয়। সেখানে আমরা যদি বিগ্রহ রাখি, সেই বিগ্রহের সেটা আমরা কিভাবে করতে পারি? পরিবার ফাংশন যতই তাদের বোঝানো হয় না কেন, তারা ভক্ত হতে চাইছে না, হচ্ছে না। সেক্ষেত্রে আমরা কি করে বিগ্রহের আরাধনা করবো? ওই বিগ্রহের কাছে কিভাবে করতে পারি?
Yes. And that is a very good question, because very often not what can we do, how we should adjust so that we can also be of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
তো এরকম ঘটনা প্রায়শই ঘটে থাকে না, কিভাবে অ্যাডজাস্ট করতে পারি, পরিস্থিতি অ্যাডজাস্ট করে কিভাবে আমরা
We should be very sensitive, we should be patient and give the necessary time for other members to maybe understand, because we, even within one family, everyone is different. We all have different history. So it may not be always possible to have a temple in our home, but we can practice maybe more privately in our own room in a very maybe smaller way, or on a smaller scale. So therefore, according to the situation we have in our home, in our family, we should be ready to adjust so as to respect the situation of other family members.
এরকম যদি হয়, আলোচনা ভক্ত নয়, তো সেক্ষেত্রে আমরা বিগ্রহ অর্জন করতে পারি। সেক্ষেত্রে আমাদের খুবই অন্যের অনুভূতি বা সচেতন থাকতে হবে, এবং একসাথে আমাদের ধৈর্যশীল হতে হবে। আমরা সেখানে বড় করে ভগবানের সেবা না করতে পারলেও ব্যক্তিগত ছোটভাবে নিজের ব্যক্তিগত গুণে বিগ্রহকে রেখে ব্যক্তিগত ভগবানের আরাধনা করতে পারি, এবং যাদের অন্য কারো তাদের অসুবিধা না হয়, নিজের ছোট করে সে কি করা যেতে পারে, ব্যক্তিগতভাবে করা যেতে পারে।
So there are a few things we can do. For example, no one will object, generally, no one will object that we have books, isn't it? So these books, especially Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, they are like deities. They are not like deities, they are deities. And they are non-different actually from Krishna. So we can actually worship. If we cannot have deities of Gaunitai or Lord Jagannath or Radha and Krishna in our home for different reasons, we can actually put a book in our room and we can actually directly worship that book as representing directly Krishna by offering, we can offer incense to the book. That book being non-different, understanding that the book is not different from Krishna. We can offer flowers. We can even put chandan, as we do on the Lord. Yeah.
So, তাহলে যদি খুশি থাকে, আমরা বিগ্রহ না রেখে পরিবারের প্রতিকূল প্রতিষ্ঠায় ভগবত গীতা শাস্ত্র রাখতে হবে, গ্রন্থ। মানে গ্রন্থ হচ্ছে ভগবানের গ্রন্থ হচ্ছে অভিন্ন। শুধু অভিন্ন নয়, এই শাস্ত্র গ্রন্থই হচ্ছে বিগ্রহ, এবং সেই শাস্ত্র গ্রন্থ রাখলে সেখানে কেউ
Actually, during the time of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there was one very famous preacher from Assam. He was living in Assam. His name was Shankara. The Shankara was very much in the bhakti mood, and he would actually inspire people to put the Bhagavatam. He was very much promoting and glorifying the Srimad Bhagavatam, and he had people actually establish the Bhagavatam as a deity form in their home.
তো মহাপুরুষ সময় শঙ্কর নামে একজন ভক্ত ছিলেন, যিনি আসামে তিনি অবস্থান করতেন। তো সেখানে তিনি এই ভাগবত
One book, Bhagavatam, he would put on the altar. He had them, as we put deities on the altar, he had them put the book as the deity. Yes. So also we can visit, possibly if we cannot have a temple in our home, we can visit the temple as often as possible to get inspiration and to do some seva to the Lord.
Thank you much. So one more question is that we did not do a lot of education in our life.
We did not do a lot of education.
It's like we're not educated, but we want to preach or help in the mission of.
Okay. We did not all go to university.
Exactly.
But we want to preach. Yes.
We want to help.
Yes.
Help on the Varnashram mission and preaching.
Yes.
How we can we do?
How can we do? Yes. Okay.
তো অনেকে আছেন প্রশ্ন করেছেন কেউ যারা বেশি শিক্ষিত নন, একাডেমিক কোয়ালিফিকেশনের পড়াশোনা শিক্ষকতা যোগ্যতা বেশি নেই, তারা কিভাবে এই বর্ণাশ্রম প্রচারে অংশগ্রহণ করতে পারে, প্রচার করতে পারে, কিভাবে এটিকে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যেতে পারে? যারা শিক্ষিত নন তারা কিভাবে করতে পারে প্রচার কাজ?
It's probably good that many people not go to university. Because the highest university, the best university, the highest knowledge is in these transcendental literatures. Rajavidya, Rajabuyam, Pavitram, Idam, Uttamam, highest, isn't it? So, by hearing, by cultivating this transcendental knowledge, this is actually real education. And armed with this knowledge, armed with this education, we become seeing that philosophy very naturally, very spontaneously, anywhere all over the world. Yeah? Huh? Yes.
তো প্রমাণ করেছেন যে এই জ্ঞানটি পরবর্তীতে সবথেকে সর্বশ্রেষ্ঠ জ্ঞান, এই শাস্ত্রের যে জ্ঞান লাভ করছি। তো এটা অনেকে ইউনিভার্সিটি কলেজে নাও পড়তে পারে, পড়াশোনা করি, কিন্তু যদি শ্রদ্ধা করে শ্রবণ করেন এবং এই পারমার্থিক জ্ঞান লাভ করেন, শাস্ত্রের জ্ঞানটি সর্বশ্রেষ্ঠ জ্ঞান, এবং এই জ্ঞান লাভ করে তিনি সেটি প্রচার করতে পারেন।
Yes.
It's 7 o'clock now.
Yes.
Like we have a session yesterday introducing some of the devotees who are doing projects. We'll have half an hour and then you can move on.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So, temples. This is second moment of Srila Prabhupada with the Guru Maharaj inspiration. There are devotees who are serving under Maharaj. also running many temples. We all think that Maharaj is focusing on fourth way, which is important. That's true. Maharaj also encouraging disciples, also running temples. We have some temples which directly doing service under Guru Maharaj. No transfer.
Yeah, yeah.
So these are some of the temples which are running. ISKCON Bangalore, your big Jagannath deities is a recently full-fledged temple. We have Nijamabad, we have Miyapur, Kamareddy, Skamam, Kakinada, we have deities of Gaudika, Maharaj installed. Indonesia, somebody visited temples in Bali, very beautiful temples. So Maharaj actually encourages devotees to work on this, actually doing a focused service and developing new temples. Right now, many devotees are working on constructing new temples.
তো বলছিলেন যে গুরুমাজির তত্ত্বাবধানে এই দ্বিতীয় বিষয়টি বিভিন্ন জায়গায় মন্দির নির্মাণ হচ্ছে এবং বালি, ইন্দোনেশিয়া এবং দক্ষিণ ভারত বিভিন্ন অঞ্চলে ভক্তরা গুরুমাজির তত্ত্বাবধানে এই দ্বিতীয় যে বিষয়টি খুব সুন্দর মন্দির নির্মাণ এবং এই বিগ্রহ অর্চনা পদ্ধতি সেটি অনুষ্ঠিত হচ্ছে। আমাদের ভক্তরা বিগ্রহ করা হচ্ছে। আমরা যদি গুরুমাজিদের কাছে কৃতজ্ঞ।
Yeah. And also we have many devotees. Maharaj was encouraging our deities at home. Today morning also Maharaj mentioned we should have altar in every Grostha house. Was asking every Grostha should have altar in the house. Maharaj encouraged highly, and actually Maharaj, I know practical example where Maharaj, although is a very new devotee, Maharaj encouraged the Gaudika deities at his home, and after installing, he was not initiated also. After installing Gaudika, we have a Sripati Prabhu whose life has been transformed. I remember the day there is a deity installation in his house, and house sincerely takes care of deities. He serves them, he does morning nice program. So by Maharaj's counsel, we have many devotees who have actually progressed in Krishna consciousness so nicely.
So, we were learning some tools. Very big something that can be big orchard. Very is Monday night, University of Maharaj. But the great is a big orchard is like a very good. I don't know why Maharaj website पर तो मैंने आगे भी एक बोलने के आ रहा है कि कुछ नाम का टिकट नाम होता है अभी मैं कोई आई थी मथुरा से विग्रह से प्रोसेस मैंने विदेश में जाए तो उस समय प्रगति को से उसका परिवार
So one day, Sripati Prabhu says few words. Sripati Prabhu is a businessman, but he does so many services for Maharaj. He actually did a lot of seva in every cookie for Guru Maharaj. He's like our Ambarish. We like to hear from him about his reasons serving Guru Maharaj.
There. Can sit on the chair maybe? Ah, yeah. Please keep in mind that you have a translator. Is it? He'll speak in Telugu. So you're out of a job. Who will translate? Nobody? Too many languages to translate.
Yes. Cannot speak much English.
Well, somebody should speak in English. Translate in English.
Translate English.
Yeah. Take the mic.
Hare Krishna. ప్రభువు చెప్పినట్టు నేను అంతగా ఇదేమి లేదు. నేను శ్రీకాసాగా మామూలు కుటుంబస్థాన్ని మామూలు భక్తుల్ని ముఖ్యంగా కాబట్టి మహారాజు నర్సి ఇలాంటి వైష్ణవ కుటుంబం వల్ల ఏదో కొద్ది సేవ చేయగలుగుతున్నాను మహారాజుకి. అంతే తప్ప వేరే ముఖ్యంగా ప్రభుత్వ చెప్పారు డీటెయిల్స్. యాక్చువల్గా నాకు కొంచెం చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి కూడా డీటెయిల్స్ కొంచెం ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉండేది. ఆ తర్వాత నేను కృష్ణ చైతన్య రాకముందు వివిధ రకాల మనం డీటెయిల్స్ వర్షిప్ చేసేది ఆ టెంపుల్ ఈ టెంపుల్ అన్న దేవతీ దేవతలు. కృష్ణ చైతన్యం వచ్చిన తర్వాత 2009లో మహారాజు గారితో పరిచయం తర్వాత కొంతమంది వైష్ణవులు నాకు బలవంతంగా డీటెయిల్స్ కొనుక్కు పెట్టారు. నేను కొనుక్కోలేదు, నేను తెచ్చుకోలేదు మా ఇంటికి. వాళ్ళే 5-6 మంది డివోటీస్ కలిసి విగ్రహాలు తెప్పించారు. ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ నాకు ప్రభుత్వం ఫిక్స్ చేశారు. మహారాజ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ నాకు ఎక్కడ డీటెయిల్స్ తెచ్చుకోవాలో తెలియదు. ఆ టైంలో డీటెయిల్స్ తెప్పించారు. మహారాజ్ అడిగారు అన్నమాట, అక్కడ బృందావనం నుంచి వచ్చినాయా మాయాపూర్ నుంచి వచ్చినాయి అంటే నేను అప్పుడు బృందావనం నుంచి వచ్చిన డీటెయిల్స్. తర్వాత అప్పుడు ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ బృందావనం చూసింది. బృందావనం చూసినప్పుడు ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ మా ఇంట్లో 2 days వల్ల ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ జస్ట్ 2 days టైం ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ ముందు 2 రోజుల ముందు డీటెయిల్స్ వచ్చినాయి. అది బృందావనం తీసుకొచ్చారు ఒక ప్రపోజల్. ఆ తర్వాత ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్యాక్ ఓపెన్ చేసి చూస్తే ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ పెయింటింగ్ లేదు, తర్వాత మామూలుగా ఉన్నాయి డీటెయిల్స్. అప్పుడు ఇంకొక డివోటీ అప్పుడు హైదరాబాద్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు పెయింటింగ్ చేయించాలంటే నాకు ఐడియా లేదు, ఎలా చేయించాలో కూడా ఐడియా లేదు. అప్పుడు భగీరథ ప్రభుని ఇంటర్నేషనల్ నుంచి ఒక ప్రభుత్వ హైదరాబాద్ వచ్చినారన్నమాట. మహారాజు చాలా ప్రియమైన భక్తుడు, ఆయన శిష్యుడు. ఆయన చూశాడు, డీటెయిల్స్ చూసి ఆయన ఏమన్నారు, సరే డీటెయిల్స్ పెయింటింగ్ లేదు, టేక్ టైం. సో నా దగ్గర ఒక సెట్ ఉంది, నేను అది ఇస్తాను, ఇది నాకు ఇచ్చేసి తర్వాత నేను ఇంటర్నేషనల్ వెళ్ళాక ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ పెయింటింగ్ చేసుకుంటాను అన్నమాట. సరే అని చెప్పి నేను ఆయన దగ్గర నుంచి ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ తీసుకొచ్చాను. విచిత్రం ఏంటంటే బృందావనం నుంచి వచ్చిన డీటెయిల్స్ సైజ్ ఏ సైజు, ఆయన తీసుకొచ్చిన డీటెయిల్స్ కూడా అదే సైజ్, 2 సేమ్ సైజ్, 1 mm డిఫరెన్స్ కదా. ఆయన ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ నాకు ఇచ్చారు. అంటే మహారాజు అడిగారు, చూడండి డీటెయిల్స్ బృందావనం నుంచి వచ్చినాయా మాయాపూర్ నుంచి వచ్చినాయి, అంటే బృందావనం నుంచి వచ్చినా మాయాపూర్ నుంచి వచ్చినాయి, 2 చోట్ల నుంచి డీటెయిల్స్ వచ్చింది. బృందావనం డీటెయిల్స్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ అయితే మాయాపూర్ డీటెయిల్స్ మా ఇంటికి వచ్చింది.
So, 2009, somehow accidentally EDC came to his house, and Guru Maharaj asked from where the EDC came. And Maharaj asked if they came from Vrindavan or Mayapur. Then apparently these EDC came, they were in the box. And as soon as they opened, they were not painted well or not taken care well. In that time, Bhagirath was in Hyderabad. And he came and saw the lady. He said it takes a couple of days to paint them. Better, I have one more set of DTs, we take that. And I take that as DTs to Indonesia. And like both the DTs are the same size, you know, not even 1 mm difference. The DTs came to Vrindavan, they went to Indonesia. It is came to my book, he is Prabhu's son.
ఓకే. ఆ తర్వాత 2009 నుంచి నేను అప్పుడు నాకు ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ అవ్వలేదు. 2009 నుంచి నేను చదివిన 2011లో ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ అయిందండి. అప్పుడు వచ్చిన పెట్టి సర్వ్ చేస్తా ఉన్నాను. ఆయన సర్వ్ చేసినప్పుడు మహారాజ్ అడిగాను, హౌ టు సర్వ్ యూ మహారాజ్ అని. నేను చాలా అడుగుతుంటాను మహారాజ్ని, ఎలా మీకు సేవ చేయాలి అంటే మహారాజ్ ఏమంటే ఈ సర్వ్ దిటాయి కాకుండా నెక్స్ట్ మళ్ళీ ఒక 1 year తర్వాత మళ్ళీ అడిగాను మహారాజ్, మహారాజ్ హౌ కెన్ ఐ సర్వ్ యూ సర్వ్ దిటాయి కాకుండా నెక్స్ట్ 3-4 times అడిగాను. అదే చెప్తాను అడిగాను. ఆయన నాకు 4 సార్లు అయినా 4 సార్లు నాకు ఇదే ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ వచ్చింది కాబట్టి నేను దాన్ని ఆ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ నేను కొంచెం సీరియస్గా తీసుకొని డీటీ వర్షిప్ చేస్తున్నాను. ప్రతిరోజు మార్నింగ్ మంగళవారం 5:30కి మహారాజ్ డీటీసీ నితాయి గౌరవం తెలియజేశారు. 5:30 మంగళవారం తర్వాత అది నేను చేస్తాను, మా వైఫ్ పార్టిసిపేట్ చేస్తుంటుంది. తర్వాత 8:30 మంగళవారం ఎవ్రీడే అభిషేకం డ్రెస్సింగ్ మరి మామూలుగా అన్ని సేవలు జరుగుతాం. అయితే 2013లో వచ్చిన మిరాకిల్ జరిగింది. 2013 జనవరి 13 మేము ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ తీసుకొని నగర సర్వీస్ వెళ్తున్నాం వేరే విలేజ్. ఒక హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి ఒక 20 roads వెళ్తాను 4 కార్లలో. నేను వెళ్తున్న కారు నా చేసిన డీటెయిల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. నేను వెళ్తున్న కారు చాలా మేజర్ యాక్సిడెంట్ ఉంది. కానీ మేజర్ యాక్సిడెంట్లో చాలా దెబ్బలు తగిలి నాకు ఫ్రాక్చర్స్ అయినాయి, నాకు మా వైఫ్కి మా డాటర్ అందరికీ. ఒక 1 week అంతా సెపరేట్ అయిపోయినా అంతా బాగా అయిపోయినా అందరూ కూడా ఆ డ్యూటీస్ కలిసి ఉన్నాను. ఆ డ్యూటీస్ ఉండబట్టి మహారాజు కృప వల్ల నాకు ఏం జరగలేదు, మా ఫ్యామిలీ కూడా ఏం జరగలేదు. కాబట్టి నాకు ఇంకా ఫెయిల్ పెరిగింది కృష్ణుడి పైన. ఫెయిల్ అనేది అదే డ్యూటీస్ లేకపోతే నేను ఆ రోజు ఇక్కడ ముందుగా ఉండేవాడిని కాదు. ఆ డ్యూటీస్ మహారాజు ఉండడం వల్లనే నాకు నా లైఫ్ అనేది కంటిన్యూ చేయగలుగుతున్నాను. సో మనం డ్యూటీ వర్షిప్ అనేది చేయడం ద్వారా ఏమవుతుందంటే మనం భగవంతుడితో సంబంధం అనేది పెరుగుతాం. రిలేషన్షిప్ అనేది ఏర్పడుతుంది. ఆ విధంగా చేసుకోవడం ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నాం. మీరు కూడా ఆ విధంగా డ్యూటీస్ వర్షిప్ చేయాలి. ఆ విధంగా మీరు చేస్తే మీరు కూడా చాలా
Thank you, thank you, Sri. Just wanted to share sometime this accident, major accident happened, and he was carrying babies, and ladies need to help them not to have a major damage to his family, so he has developed more faith. Basically, I personally saw Sri from 2009. After taking shelter of Maharaj and doing a good deity worship, he has actually did so much services. He is even Diksha coordinator. Without Prabhu giving Diksha, he wanted Diksha from Maharaj. So, Prabhu is very strict, so we are very thankful to have Prabhu for doing this wonderful service. Thank you.
রুমালের নির্দেশে সুন্দর বিদ্যা অর্জন করার ফলে তার জীবনে অনেক কিছু মানে বিশেষ ঘটনা ঘটেছে এবং বড় বড় বিশেষ দুর্ঘটনা থেকে তিনি রক্ষা পেয়েছেন। গোবিন্দের আরাধনার ফলে এবং রুমালের কারণে আশ্রিত হওয়ার ফলে ওনার নির্দেশ অনুযায়ী বিবেচনা করার জন্য অনেক সেবা করে থাকেন। তো রুমালের সুবিধার জন্য তার নির্দেশে সেবা করার জন্য অভিজ্ঞতার কথা বললেন। তো অনেক সেবা করেন।
Thank you. We also have one wonderful devotee with us today. His best Venugopal Prabhu. Please come. Venugopal Prabhu is my classmate, is my benchmate, soulmate. We studied together. When he came to, I was in Mayapur, I think it's 2010 or something. And he was a student in Kolkata, and he was already practicing devotee some 8 rounds was chanting, and Guru Maharaj was giving a seminar those days, land, cows and Krishna, right Guru Maharaj?
How many?
Land, cows and Krishna, global one version.
cows, land, and Krishna.
Cows, land, and Krishna.
Cows first. Go Brahmana.
So Maharaj used to give seminars, and I invited Venugopal Prabhuji, my Guru Maharaj giving classes. You come to Mayapur, he was student in Calcutta.
Young boy, young boy.
So he said, come here from Maharaj, it will be very nice. And he came actually. He came and it's 1 or 2 days he was there. So he came. And after hearing seminar, he said, Guru Maharaj doesn't speak about Krishna, only cows, land, mud, cow dung. He was complaining to me. But how come he doesn't speak more about Krishna?
প্রভুজি খুবই উচ্চশিক্ষিত কলকাতায় পড়াশোনা করতেন ছাত্র জীবনে গুরুমায়ের সান্নিধ্যে আসেন গুরুমায়ের তাকে আসতে পারেন এখানে গুরুমায়ের সান্নিধ্যে এসে তিনি খুবই উৎসাহিত হন এবার তিনি বলছেন গুরুমায় এই গাভী ভূমি কৃষ্ণ সম্পর্কে এর মধ্যে বেশি গাভী আর ভূমি সম্পর্কে বলা হয় গাভী আর ভূমি নিয়ে বলেন কৃষ্ণ সম্পর্কে বেশি কিছু বলেন না এর মধ্যে প্রথমে বলছিলেন তো পরবর্তীকালে
So he came and complained to me that I'm not so inspired kind of message.
तो एक बार मेरे पता चला कि तुम्हें संतोष से लड़ना है इसलिए पता नहीं कि तुम्हें बोले कैसे दुनिया का से लड़ना है इतना तो संतोष से लड़ना है
So Maharaj does the seminars every year. Exactly the next year, he was the speaker in those seminars of same topic, cows, land, and Krishna.
तो बड़ों के 2 बছর পরে गुरुमान को भी उसे विशेष सेमिनार दिया तो बड़ों के 2 बছর পরে তিনি এই বিষয়ে খুব বক্তা ऐसा তিনি সেমিনার দিতে শুরু করেন দুনিয়া का
He was chanting 8 rounds and he started chanting 16 rounds of connecting to Maharaj. He took initiation, he took second initiation, he became Saffron, and he was giving seminars on behalf of Guru Maharaj in the same seminar hall. Exactly of 1 year.
तो ये ऐसे तो ही इतनी हरिनाम जाप शुरू करें तो हमारे ऐसे आश्रित और दीक्षित और हमारे सेमिनार दीक्षित है मतलब ऐसे नहीं ताकि कुछ नहीं ताकि के हमारे नहीं सेमिनार एक विशेष सेमिनार जाप शुरू करें
Prabhu does many wonderful services. He is part of land department, agriculture department in Mayapur. And also preaches in many big temples on the same topic of aversion. He also teaches Bhakti Shastri, other, and also he adds aversion to it. Many devotees who attended his classes are inspired and are actually connected to Guru Maharaj mission and is making a big army for aversion.
तो प्रभु इन्होंने विभिन्न गुरुकुल सेवा से युक्त आसन हमारे विभिन्न सेवा करता है और उन्हें लैंड डिपार्टमेंट विभाग को गायत्री आसन एवं এই কর্ণাশ্রম বিষয়ে উনি এই বিষয়ে বিভিন্ন গুরুত্বপূর্ণ সেমিনার তিনি করেন এবং অন্যান্য মন্দিরগুলো তিনি সেমিনার প্রদান করেন
So thank you for doing this. I'm proud that he's was my benchmark and he's preaching big in connection.
Just to speak about a few words about Varnashrama. మీ అందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు శ్రీరామ్ ప్రభుకి ప్లస్ మీ అందరికీ కూడా ధన్యవాదాలు జస్ట్ ఈ వర్ణాశ్రమం గురించి కొంచెం మాట్లాడేందుకు అవకాశం ఇస్తుంది ఎన్ని నిమిషాలు 6 minutes 6 minutes so 6 minutes is not a given time so I will try to speak something about Varnashrama. Yeah, actually now we are so here Maharaj is doing very wonderful and very important service. Maharaj like Mayapurlo విశేషమైనటువంటి సేవ చేస్తున్నారు. మనం చూస్తే శ్రీ గోపాల వారి యొక్క 50% మిషనరీ యొక్క ట్రైనింగ్ అనమాట. గోపాల్ 60% మిషనరీ ట్రైనింగ్.
वो वचन regular বলছেন তিনি বিষয়ে বিষয়ে যুক্ত আছেন। শিল প্রভুপাদ বলেছেন যে তার মিশন তার 50% এখনো বাকি রয়েছে। ভাই সিটিজি বর্ণাশ্রম মনে স্থাপনা।
So Prabhupada's mission 50% is pending in that a very few souls they are sincerely trying to fulfill that mission.
তো এই 50% সমাজের প্রবাদী মিশন যে বাকি পড়ে আছে সেটা সেই বিষয়ে কম ব্যক্তি এই বিষয়ে যুক্ত আছে এই সেবাকে করছেন খুবই কম।
ఈ 50% ఏదైతే సర్వీస్ ఉందో దాన్ని చేయడానికి కొంతమంది కొన్ని సిన్సియర్ సోర్స్ ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నారు. సో వాళ్ళలో మన మహారాజ్ గారు ముఖ్యంగా మన మహారాజ్ గారు among that sincere source our Guru Maharaj is very prominent and he gave full efforts and he is giving his full efforts for that.
এই 50% এই সেবা করে একটি কম ভক্তের মধ্যে সিরিয়াসলি অংশগ্রহণ করছে তাদের রুমাল মানে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ভূমিকা ও পদক্ষেপ তিনি গ্রহণ করেছেন এই সেবাতে।
So you all learning from Maharaj actually there are these 4 movements. Out of these 4 movements, first 3 movements are the 50% and last movement is 50%.
তো রুমাল যে আমাদের বলেছেন যে চারটে যে ফেজ রয়েছে যে মুভমেন্ট রয়েছে তার মধ্যে প্রথম তিনটে 50% এবং বাকি 50% হচ্ছে জাস্ট লাস্ট।
అంటే మొత్తం 4 ఉద్యమాలు ఉన్నాయి మన ఈ ప్రభుపాద వారి యొక్క మిషన్ లో. ఈ 4 ఉద్యమాల్లో మొదటి 3 ఉద్యమాలు 50% అయితే ఏది మిగిలిన ఒక ఉద్యమం అంటే వర్ణాశ్రమం అది 50%. సో మహారాజ్ ఇస్ హ్యావింగ్ దిస్ దట్ మీన్స్ టు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ దిస్ వర్ణాశ్రమ ధర్మ we need to train the people. Training people is the most important thing. So to train the people, there is a need of Varnashrama college.
এই বর্ণাশ্রম ধর্ম শিক্ষা এই স্থাপন করার জন্য যে প্রয়োজন হচ্ছে সবাইকে প্রশিক্ষণ দেয় বিষয়। এই প্রশিক্ষণ দেওয়ার জন্য আমাদের প্রয়োজন বর্ণাশ্রম কলেজ প্রতিষ্ঠা প্রয়োজন।
ఈ వర్ణాశ్రమ ధర్మాన్ని ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయడం కోసం మనకి శిక్షణ అనేది ముఖ్యం. ఆ శిక్షణ ఇవ్వడం కోసం వర్ణాశ్రమ కాలేజెస్ కావాలి అని చెప్పేసి శిల ప్రభుపాద వారు ఎన్నోసార్లు ఆయన ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ లో చెప్పారు. అండ్ అమాంగ్ దోస్ సో దిస్ టు ట్రైన్ ద పీపుల్ దేర్ ఇస్ ఎ నీడ్ ఆఫ్ ది వర్ణాశ్రమ కాలేజ్ అండ్ ఇన్ దిస్ హోల్ వరల్డ్ యూ కెన్ ఫైండ్ హార్డ్లీ దేర్ ఓన్లీ యూ కెన్ సే నౌ దేర్ ఓన్లీ వన్ వర్ణాశ్రమ కాలేజ్ which is Maharaj is doing in this Mayapur land.
তো এই বর্ণাশ্রম ধর্ম প্রশিক্ষণ করার জন্য বর্ণাশ্রম কলেজ প্রয়োজন। তো এই জগতে একটাই মাত্র বর্ণাশ্রম কলেজ আছে, কোথাও কলেজ বর্ণাশ্রম প্রশিক্ষণ কলেজ নেই। সেটি সেই কলেজটি গুরু মহারাজ মায়াপুরে স্থাপনা করেছেন।
And Maharaj gave the complete full efforts he is giving for this and is also very important. All of you people also has to start Varnashrama colleges same way in your places, in your temples.
তো এই সম্পূর্ণ সক্রিয় ভূমিকা সমস্ত কিছু সম্পূর্ণভাবে চেষ্টা করছেন। এই কলেজ শুধু এখানে নয় সমস্ত জায়গায় কলেজ স্থাপনার প্রয়োজনীয়তা রয়েছে।
So to start Varnashrama college, we need teachers.
বর্ণাশ্রম কলেজ স্থাপনার জন্য আমাদের শিক্ষকের প্রয়োজন।
And without the teachers, Varnashrama college will not be successful. So that's why teachers we need.
এই সফলভাবে স্থাপনা করা সম্ভব নয়, সেজন্য আমাদের শিক্ষকের প্রয়োজন।
From where the teachers will come? Teachers will come from us only.
কোথা থেকে টিচার আসবে? টিচার আসলে শিক্ষক হবে, আপনার মধ্যে থেকেই শিক্ষক আসবে।
So how far you should learn?
তো আমাদের শিক্ষক হওয়ার জন্য আমি আমাদের প্রশিক্ষণ
We should have to get that is to ourselves to learn. We should come to the dharma and everyone should select a specific area like in agriculture, organic farming. Someone will be focusing on the Jyotishya, Vastu, Ayurveda. Like that, people should come together and form a Varnashram research team, and they should keep on trying to learn that means individually things.
এই বর্ণাশ্রম কলেজ আমাদের প্রশিক্ষণ শিক্ষকের প্রয়োজন তাদের এই আপনাদের মধ্যে সকলে এগিয়ে আসলাম বর্ণাশ্রমের বিভিন্ন বিষয় রয়েছে কেউ একটা বিষয়ের উপর বিশেষ দৃষ্টি নিবদ্ধ করবেন সেটি বিয়ে করবেন সেটি বিষয় উত্তর করবেন কেউ গৌরব সম্পর্কে কেউ কৃষি কেউ আইন শ্রী দক্ষতা অর্জন করার চেষ্টা করবেন।
So that's why every temple, wherever you are, I think you all came from many temples. After your temples, after Sunday program, at least 1 hour time. So you take out 1 hour time and try to discuss how to start a Varnashram college in your place.
তো আপনাদের বিভিন্ন মন্দির থেকে আপনারা আসছেন পুরোনো মন্দির থেকে তারপরে প্রত্যেক মন্দিরে রবিবার শিবির প্রোগ্রাম হয় সানডে ক্লাস হয় সেই ক্লাসের শেষে কমসে কম 1 ঘন্টা বাদ করুন এবং আমাদের নিজেদের আলোচনা করুন এই বিষয়ে বিষয়ে বিষয়ে
You all can come together and start studying about this, speaking about Varnashram Dharma. This is a very important book, and it is a compilation of the Prabhupada's instructions on the Varnashram Dharma. So you have to discuss this book.
তো আপনি সকলে এসে এই বিষয়ে এই গ্রন্থ বা এই বর্ণাশ্রম বিষয়ে সকলে পড়াশোনা করে বিষয়ে আলোচনা করতে হবে এবং যেহেতু বহুবাদের এই বিষয়ে বহুবার বলেছে এবং গুরুত্ব আরোপ করেছে।
Tomorrow you are going to get these books actually in our museum. Whenever you come to there, so you can find these books. If anyone wants, those can collect that book.
তো বহুবার বর্ণাশ্রম বিষয়ে যা যা বলেছে সেখানে গ্রন্থ রয়েছে বহুবার ফিক্স
Yes.
It's only available in English.
It's in English.
আচ্ছা এটি ভাষা রয়েছে এই ভাষায় আছে গুরুমানের স্তুতি ইমানদারে পাওয়া যাবে আপনারা সেখানে সংগ্রহ করতে পারবেন।
And tomorrow, if you are there, so you have to understand his 50% pending mission and so to Krishna also.
তো প্রভুপাদের এই বর্ণাশ্রম বিষয়ে প্রশ্ন করতে পারবেন এবং তারপরে পুরী কৃষ্ণের
One is Sankirtan movement, temple worship movement, and initiation movement. These three movements are very easy. Very easy means very comfortable actually. In this, if you see the way, those are very comfortable. Relatively, very low, it is difficult only, but it is very comfortable. But if you see the fourth movement is very, very tough movement. And you have to sacrifice your so-called sense gratification and cozy life. And you have to fully dedicate yourself to fulfill the fourth movement. So that's why we are inviting the sincere souls to work on this fourth movement.
তো যে চারটে যে ভেদ বলা হয়েছে দর্শনের যে বিজ্ঞান এর মধ্যে প্রথম তিনটি খুব কঠিন একটি সহজ সত্যি কঠিন সেখানেই আমাদের বিশ্বের অংশগ্রহণ করতে হবে এবং আমাদের সবাই এগিয়ে আসতে হবে এবং যে উৎসাহ করতে হবে সেই বিষয়ে
You can give a small plug for these four. These are off the press. They're hot off the press. That will be displayed tomorrow at VCF. They're explaining different.
We will be demonstrating these things and also will explain the different way we are Gurukul and Varnashram College. We already 2 years we conducted Varnashram College. This is 2 months and in many worlds actually, many parts of the world, different countries. And same way you can also replicate in your place also. And if you have further notes, place, then we will discuss more and also you can understand the Maharaj Virat Mission. Just put amount of time and not only 10 days, maybe some 1 month. Okay. So you all try to. So we will discuss definitely tomorrow. So thank you very much. My dear. Thank you.
Kakak dan konsumen besok ini dan malam Pak Bujang sama dan 2 minggu 2 dinon. Ini itu bisa kakak kita rasa ini sudah kita positif solusi bola aja sampai berarti kita merdeka arti bisa sudah ada orang.
It's actually very, very difficult for Venugopal Prabhu to hold a microphone only for 10 minutes.
Thank you very much for all of you for coming here and to understand, having a desire to understand Guru Maharaj's mood and vision. So it's very much a good thing actually you are putting a step forward by the real engagement of our Sriram Prabhu and Sriram Prabhu, all of you and here. So I am so happy for bringing all of you here. And thank you very much and we will be interacting tomorrow and day after tomorrow.
সকল পাশে ধন্যবাদ আপনার বিষয়ে জানার জন্য মেয়ে কাজকে অবশ্যই এগিয়ে এসেছেন এবং গুরুমানের মনোভাব বোঝার জন্য এই বিষয়ে এত গুরুত্বপূর্ণ বিষয়ে অংশগ্রহণ করেছেন আগামীকাল আমরা আগামী দিনে নানা বিষয়ে জানবো এবং আমরা এই
కోఆర్డినేషన్ తెలుగులో చదవడం అలానే ఆదేశిస్తాను రేపు చెప్తాను ఈ సేవలో వచ్చినప్పుడు చెప్తాను
Thank you very much, Prabhu. I know it's getting late, so I just want to tell a few things. Varnashram College, what Guru Maharaj is trying to do in Mayapur. There are some places it's already started. Some efforts made. We are Sahyadri Sri Krishna Bhavaman Kshetra every